Call the meeting to order. Notice is hereby given that a regular meeting of the Greenwood Board of Trustees will be held at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, April 8, 2026 at the Yale McDonald Community Center located at 619 Main Street in Greenwood, Nebraska. Said meeting is open and the public is encouraged to attend. Board of Trustees reserves the right to adjourn to exec session for state statutes 84-1410. Open meeting act is posted in the meeting room for the public to view. Roll call. Stephanie?
Here.
Kevin? Here. Tanya?
Here.
Mark? Here. Down here. Consent agenda. Minutes, approval of time cards, payroll, detailed reports, financials, profit loss, balance sheets. Is there any additions or corrections? Now I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Consent agenda, minutes, approval, time cards, payroll, detailed reports, financials, profit loss, balance sheets. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call. Kevin?
Aye.
Tanya?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Aye. Stephanie?
Aye.
Water report. We had one test that came back good, so other than that, I don't know nothing. Anybody else? Sheriff's report.
Sheriff's en route. He's delayed a little bit. I did talk to Sheriff Sorensen himself the other night and getting some complaints about unlicensed UTVs operated by unlicensed drivers, obvious unlicensed drivers. Sergeant Ben can maybe talk more to the matter, but remember, UTVs in the Village of Greenwood must be licensed, insured, and operated on public roadways by licensed drivers. That's all I have to say about that. We'll wait for
We'll come back to it. Maintenance report. I don't know nothing. Clerk's report.
I was just gonna mention that the fire station got a donation from the Denton Memorial. And reminder that the CPA will be here at the next meeting on the 29th. I gave you guys the report. If you'll bring that back to Ben, if you have any questions, whatever. And I'll be out on Friday. Office will be closed.
Any questions for Darwin? Planning zoning? Anything from them? Fire and rescue?
Haven't met yet this month. One of those months when we beat him in the first meeting, so I'll have to worry about that in the next meeting.
Gotcha. Park and rec? Anybody here? No? Oh, I guess there is one.
Sorry, no, no updates that I'm aware of.
Okay. Library?
Yes, I wanted to thank everybody for the successful egg hunt that we had on the 28th. Thanks to all the businesses and all the volunteers who helped stuff eggs and do everything else. We are currently waiting for our PC, which I was told has been ordered. And we also, the library board voted to the purchase of a table for the library, and from Yoder's was, I guess I have a question. Is there a certain dollar amount? Do I need to submit that to Darlene and have you guys vote on that for under like 500 or over 500?
Typically it's 500.
500, okay. And lastly, let's see. We voted, the library board voted to change our monthly meeting from the first week of the month to the third week of the month. And the only day that the room here is open the third week is Wednesday. So we're going to change our library board meetings to help their schedules for the third week instead of the first week of the month going forward.
So third Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll change that in that announcement in the post office too.
Anything for library? Communications of citizens. Anyone? Nobody? Old business. Discussion of possible action to update the planning and zoning maps. That'd be you.
Okay, my name is Sean Kennedy. I'm the GIS coordinator for Cass County. I spoke with Tanya a couple weeks ago as well as your father County. He mentioned you're looking to just make a new map, get it updated. You're asking for suggestions. I mentioned JD obviously, as I went through previously. but also the county's looking to create a interlocal agreement between the county and various towns and villages in the county. Basically, they would make my position as well, like I would also be your JS coordinator, so any map you needed, I would do it for you. The base of the agreement would be kind of what Sarpy County does. They have a similar thing where every town uses their county office as their map makers or what have you. The details of it are in a document I emailed to Tanya. She can share it with you. I also have a copy here. I can leave with you guys. The gist of it is the towns would pay my salary plus a little bit more to cover the cost of software per hour. Rough estimate to update that map, I would guess be under $500. Just trying to get everyone on the same page, all work together, and hopefully save the town some money. The county is already doing all that work anyways, so not going to go full resources. We'd also host your data on our website if you wanted. If not, it would be completely separate from county work. But just wanted to put it out there if you guys to consider.
Did we find out what the cost was from JAO, if there was one?
I put a call into JEO and they had not got back to me about that. So the guy was on vacation last week when I called. So I don't know if he was on vacation this week or not. So I'd say we put it on the next agenda. So we might get maps free through JEO.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I also want to mention, we could also, if we need to go through JEO, if we sign the agreement, we could host it on the website, so people of Greenwood could come and see the map on their computer, their phone, what have you. So either way, I think it would be beneficial to sign the agreement. It costs nothing. It's just a way of getting everyone to work together, so there's one place to find it if you need.
gotcha.
I just forwarded that document to them, so she can share that.
Perfect. Any other questions?
Thanks for coming out, Sean.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Number 2, approve or disapprove electric rate increase. I had Darlene just make up a 3% increase for now. COVID, I never got back with OPPD, so I think I'm pretty sure it's more than 3, but right now 3% is a good place to start.
Running the numbers from what she has in there compared to what is listed on the OPPD website right now for rates, we're at 94% of their rate. So we're a little bit less than everybody is around here, kind of like the villages are. So it's even par with where it should be right now, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, it's the numbers that you got that I'm in agreement with 3%. So
with the 3% we're even with everybody's percent.
with the 3% increase that's in there tonight,
We would be,
you get 94% of what the other rates are around
So
here.
we're 6% lower than that.
Yeah, as of right now.
I just want to make sure that was clear.
Yeah.
That you were.
Yeah, no.
The only question I had, do we have a rep that we talk with and negotiate with? Because if they're negotiating prices with large buildings in downtown Omaha, I would think we could try and negotiate.
There's,
I don't know, I could be completely
we're contracted wholesale rate yearly is what it is.
Okay, have we negotiated at all? Have we talked to anybody to try?
We do have a customer service rep, someone listed that gives us the monthly stuff or whatever. It also varies usually on the market rate of the electricity too. So
I
there's
understand, I'm just saying, I know that there's large buildings in downtown Omaha that don't have anywhere else to go for power, but OPPD, and they're negotiating with them. So I didn't know, have we talked to a rep, do we have one that we can talk to?
I'm sure there's somebody we can talk to, I just don't know if they're an actual rep. So,
But we got 1 year left, a year and a half on our contract with OPPD right now, I think. The 30-year contract that we had with them.
I think I give them
I know we didn't even notice, but I think once it hits 3 years, it's.
I gotta give them a 3 or 5 year notice.
I think it's at least 3 is what they said last time.
It's either 3 or 5.
Yeah, but the term was 30 years. If we don't renew, I don't know if it automatically renews it or not.
It automatically
Okay.
cause that's what it said in there.
Okay.
That was like in the 50s.
Okay.
And after that, you gotta give them 3 or 5, I can't remember now. Not looking at it.
Do we know what date it expires? The contract?
It was like May of something, next year, I think, they said, I think there's a year ago. For the actual contract.
Otherwise, yeah, I can.
So, we can get a hold of them and see what they say.
I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
I know everything's going up, but it just keeps going and going, so if we can try something.
Worth a try. Any questions on that? So I'll make a motion to approve the 3% electrical increase. It'll start, 14 days after.
I'll second that.
Roll call, Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
New business, approve or disapprove claims list A.
I'll make a motion to approve claims list A.
For a second,
I'll second.
roll call, Mark.
Aye.
Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Approve or disapprove Pinnacle Bank positive pay option. So if none of you know what that is, it's that way somebody can't just take one of our checks and make a copy of it and make a bunch of checks. So every day she has to go in there and say, here's the checks we wrote today. So they can have the check numbers and all that. So it's $25 a month.
I'll make a motion to approve the Pinnacle Bank positive pay option for $25 a month.
I'll second that.
Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin. Aye. Tanya.
Aye.
Mark. Aye. Approve, disapprove Pinnacle Bank remote deposit access for Janet Hillman. It's basically the machine that Darlene has. That way it gives her that way she can get a code through her phone. That's the only way they can do it. So that way when Darlene is here, she can make a deposit.
I'll make a motion for Pinnacle Bank remote access deposit for Janet Nolan.
Second,
I'll second.
roll call Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Don. Discussion possible action, information for IT committee.
One of the chief complaints from our IT provider, Mr. Yost, is he never knows what the priority is and how hard he should be working on something. As we progress with him and trying to figure out how to streamline the service and decide when it's an IT issue, when it's a connectivity issue, when it's a user error issue. I'd like to form a committee just to take care of all things IT. And that being said, I volunteered to be on that committee, and Tanya has volunteered to be the second on that committee. So I'd make a motion to form a IT committee in addition to the other committees that we have with myself and Tanya.
I'll second that. Roll call Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Discussion possible action of additional admin to the village of Facebook account.
Not me. Not me.
It can be a great one.
No.
No, it would not. I'm the last person you want on something like that.
Who has access to it right now?
Huh?
Who has access to it right now?
I have it.
Okay.
I don't want it. I mean, if we have to do stuff, talk to them, but I don't want it. I think time would be a good choice.
So this is the actual village of Greenwood Facebook,
Yeah.
not the,
Not the,
No.
well, not the information.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
not the,
Well, give Joe credit.
no, that's a good one.
He does a good job.
Yeah, that's not official. Right.
Yeah, the unofficial, yeah. This is the official.
yeah, I don't have a problem with that since I post on the village community. Also.
Did you miss something? Oh, no.
No.
I'll make a motion to approve Tanya as an admin to the Village of Greenwood Facebook account,
I'll second that.
The official one.
the official.
Yes.
Roll call Kevin,
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Aye, Stephanie. So, I didn't hear you, sorry. Thought maybe you wanted to get into it. Approve and disapprove purchase of 2 cameras from Yost. Darlene says now all the cameras are working, so. But we talked about earlier that we probably need one more down at the park. Her and Jimmy were down there so we could look at the bathroom instead of right on top of it. Over by the ball, the basketball hoop,
Mhm.
so,
Should we upgrade to the GS5 like you recommended?
oh, there's just 6.
Oh, no, there's GS6. I was just looking at what
You
you wrote
blinked.
back and
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was trying to be, so it was cost efficient for us. That's what he gave me those.
Oh, gotcha.
If I was last year's model.
Right, because they're cheaper at this point, because now
Yeah.
they're rolling.
Right.
Right, so, so we really don't need cameras, but we would like to put an extra one up there, so.
Please.
They are, how much?
150, I think, for the cheaper ones.
Yeah, like 50 something.
And we don't have any old ones, but definitely.
No, we got everything's up and
I don't
running.
really know what's up and running now, but
Even the foggy ones.
that don't mean we can't have a spare.
That,
They're pretty good. Yeah, there's one that's a little foggy, but you can still see. Okay. I appreciate it. Do we wanna get like an extra one just in case?
That's what I said, maybe have a spare. Or put 2 new ones up and keep the old one for spare.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know if that's cost effective
They're not gonna be any cheaper than the
either. Right.
So you want
G5.
150 of these?
yeah, G5s are 150 and the G6s are 225.
So I'll make a motion to approve 3,
Whatever's on there.
purchase 2 cameras from Yost not to exceed $500.
I'll second.
Roll call, Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Ordinance. I make a motion to introduce ordinance 558, electrical rates. Have the clerk read by title only. Is there a second on that?
I'll second that.
Roll call, Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Don, aye.
An ordinance of the Village of Greenwood, Nebraska pertaining to the electrical rates to provide for the effective date of the rate category, to provide that this ordinance shall be added to the municipal code of the Village of Greenwood, Nebraska, to provide for the severability of any section, clause, provision, or portion found unconstitutional or invalid, to repeal all ordinances in conflict herewith, and to provide that this ordinance shall be published in pamphlet form and shall be in full force and take effect from the date after its passage and approval as provided by law and as provided herein, that this ordinance shall not be made part of municipal code.
This time I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 558, electrical rates. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, Tanya.
Aye.
Mark. Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
At this time, I'll make a motion to waive the second, third reading of ordinance 558, electrical rates. For a second.
I'll second.
Roll call, Mark.
Aye.
Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
At this time, I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 558, electrical rates. For a second.
I'll second.
Roll call, Don, aye. Stephanie.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Tanya.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
More comments or questions, Stephanie?
Just be on the lookout for children. It seems like they're already out in the streets and unattended. Be aware, now that we're getting into high school.
Kevin?
Just 2 things. I just waited for the sheriff to get here because I had a question about some parking issues. Second one, Mark, did you get that email that I sent you? Yeah.
I just read it a little bit ago.
Okay. I don't know if you have any update on that or if you found anything else.
I'm getting passed between person to person, so the right company I was gonna order from got bought out.
Right.
The new company, I have to speak to the regional salesperson. I talked to the non-salesperson first, and I wait for my regional salesman to contact me.
Okay.
Says we're getting there. We're on disaster today.
That was in regards to the stuff under the fence, if anybody was wondering. Other than that, that's all I got. Anya?
I had a couple citizens come to me about the bed and breakfast that they think is still active and operating, so I know you were dealing with that, Kevin. The website that's not our official website, I've actually gotten the name and the phone number of the person that actually owns it, and I've left him a message to try and see if he can rename it or do something like that, so our citizens know, they don't get confused. Other than that, thanks to all the volunteers. I know everyone was working hard. You guys did an excellent job with the Easter egg hunt. Everybody loved it. And that's all I got.
Come on in.
Hello, Sergeant Dan.
Right on time.
Oh, my turn now then.
Yep.
Okay, all right, perfect. All right, for the month of March, the Cass County Sheriff's Office responded to 18 calls for service, patrolled 73 hours, and issued 13 citations and 7 warnings of violations. And then I was talking to Mark here, we got an email from the sheriff about extra requests for patrol throughout the town, basically. Can you guys refresh my memory, please, on what this year's passes look like?
The parking tags for the UTVs, or the license tags.
Oh, orange.
Orange this year, okay. They're not actual flags, or you guys got the license plates?
License plate with a sticker.
The sticker, okay. And then those beginning of the year refresh, renewed, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, some Parliament, yeah.
And just to throw it out there so the public knows, you have to have the orange flag because it's a state law. We have nothing to do with that. So you have to have it.
Orange flag and then the orange sticker on this year's plates. Okay.
I was gonna bring up something too, up and down 6th Street, had quite a few cars parking the wrong direction on the wrong side of the road. They stick out an extra foot or two so they can get out of the door without falling into or getting into the ditch. And it's been kind of a pain for people going up and down 6th Street, around 6th and Broad. Especially in the morning with the buses coming through there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all I had.
I'm good.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Have a good night. You too, thanks.
You have anything else, Tanya? Mark?
I got nothing.
Had a lady call me on Monday. She took her kids down to the park. Bathrooms were open somehow, some way. And they were supposed to be open until the 15th, so we'd like to figure out who opened the bathroom. Obviously, all the board members have said no, so. Alan said no, Jimmy said no, so it's gotta be somebody on Park and Rec, so.
Were they open for the Easter egg hunt?
Nope.
Okay.
So,
Our whole group got together to ask about it, and there's only one of us that has a key, and they've never been to the bathrooms this year at all yet. So it wasn't from us.
Does the community percent have? No.
because before we were gonna do it, we were gonna have them clean the restroom.
Yeah.
But now they've shoved every paper towel, all the toilet papers and toilets, and took them 2.5 hours to get them unplugged.
Did you look at the camera footage and see if there were?
That was back when the cameras weren't working.
Oh,
I mean, that's why they need another view from
right.
why we talked about it.
Yeah.
Because they can come around the back, we can't see.
There's no damage like to the doors or anything.
Right.
They pry them open.
So,
It's like somebody had a key to get in it.
just so everybody's aware, somehow they got open, so maybe we need to change the locks and limit on who's got keys. Because I don't think any board member's got a key unless you come up here to get it. So,
Do we have a list of who has keys in?
well, there should be a list, but
Yeah, they check.
there's only,
I do have one, just for down, because I've had one for quite a while, but yeah.
so. But anyway, that's all I had, so we can adjourn at 7:24.